the National Football League. Hey, good morning, everyone. Before we come back and talk World Series baseball, with a big congratulations to the Chicago Cubs for ending a 108-year-old drought last night at Progressive Field, and also a congratulations to Terry Francona and an amazing season for the Cleveland Indians. I wanted to talk National Football League. I had a chance to talk to one of my closest friends today, and he always brightens my day. Why? Because this is where I learned to tell good stories, rich history, Western Pennsylvania, who we all are. And not only can he tell a wonderful story, he also has lived an amazing life. His mother, Stella, obviously gave him a great opportunity many years ago in Avella to have a good home life that would give him an opportunity to grow up amongst friends and family and then take his personality and really thrive. Not now just as an attorney and sports agent, as his brother Bob is, but also as an amazing wrestler and a football player. But not just any football player, an NFL brawler. Talking about attorney Ralph Sindrich. You know, my friend Ralph Sindrich, who I call the super agent, played in an era of pro football, that, well, might not have been as glamorous as it is today, and the players weren't maybe as big or as fast, but when it came to true grit, no one rode taller in the saddle than the players of the 60s. And that's where I first fell in love with this great game. Pat Summerall, Tom Brookshire, CBS Sunday, at the foot of the couch, my dad relaxing and I glued to the television. And of course, buddies would stop by from time to time. And we went from black and white NFL football to color. And of course, that amazing game that has just continued to evolve on great HD TVs. Listen, we didn't need HD TVs to know then that these men were superheroes. They were full of a lot of padding and a lot of tape, and they had that cage on their face that made them look like something out of this world. Long before Star Wars, they were galactic superstars who roamed the field that is the National Football League. And I think about that time, people like Joe Green, who came in 1969, and of course Chuck Noll, but all of those Steeler teams that really just couldn't do anything but lose, we still loved our Steelers. So much so, in our neighborhood growing up as a kid, and it's very fashionable now with all of the new era caps and everything that you can pick up at a Dick's Sporting Goods or a Dunham, that you can wear just about any team, right? And of course the legendary Nike swoosh. But back then, it was all Steelers, long before they were even black and gold. I remember one Christmas getting from Sears and Roebuck a Steelers starter jacket. It had leather sleeves and it was black. I wore that thing until it basically became one of my mom's dust rags. There was nothing left of it, but I loved the Steelers and, of course, that emblazed logo that is so famous. But I also loved the NFL and players like Ralph Sindrich, who played at that level, many of them with the great Houston Oilers teams. And I think about those teams, but I go back to the old AFL and Joe Willie Namath. But guys like Dick Shiner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, you remember him, Ray Nitschke, Dick Butkus. You need more? Gale Sayers. These were my players. These were the ones that I wanted to be. Mike Ditka, and how many times on the sandlot on a fall night with torn dungarees, you may know them as jeans, and those grass stains, I would make a catch and fall into the end zone and say, look, that's how Mike Ditka did it. And as we would walk home, literally shoulder to shoulder, about a dozen of us, after playing some, you remember the game Fumble Annie? We'd always talk about our favorite players. And on my wall in my bedroom, number 51, he was bloodied, he was battled, and he was Dick Butkus. Listen, Ralph Sindrich not only can talk the talk, but he can walk the walk because he played the game. And I often think one of the reasons why he's always had compassion for the maybe not definite first-round draft pick is because he knew what it was like to kind of scratch and claw his way into the league. And he's a guy who's got a big heart as much as he does a big personality. So I want to really invite all of you to a very special event. It's going to be a part of the literary series at the Western Pennsylvania Sports Museum. My friend Andy Masick, who runs the Heinz History Center, if you walk the hallowed halls of that place, you can almost hear the crowd at Forbes Field. You can almost see the Immaculate Reception at Three Rivers Stadium. And yes, you can, in the distance, hear the crack of the bat of Bill Mazeroski on that fateful October day. Well, he will be there for a Free event, November the 10th. I'm going to give you a number to call in just a moment so you can make your reservations. But he's going to be there talking about his book, NFL Brawler, a player turned agent, 40 years in the bloody trenches of the National Football League. Come on, is that not a good name or what? Man, it gives me chills. I love it. But anyway, he will be there. And if you have ever wanted to sit and listen to the way the game was played then, no one does it better. So here's what you need to do. For more information, contact Carolyn Fitzgerald. You can do so by calling 412-454-6373. That's 412-454-6373. Ralph Sindrich. You know, my mother used to always say, and I can still see her in that kitchen in the middle of the summer, there was no air conditioning. I'll tell you what, there wasn't a blast furnace in Pittsburgh that was as hot as that kitchen. But she stood there with her glass of wine, making her sauce from scratch. And she would always say about her kids, when we did something good, you know, they broke the mold. And that's how I feel about Ralph Sindrich. An NFL brawler, but a man who will stand up and fight for anyone. And that's why I love him. Have a great day from the Pratt Pack Gym. We'll be back in just a little bit to tell you all about that big win for the Chicago Cubs. Cubs win. Cubs win.